Skip the countdown. Oh shit. I guess the news box never stops. Who's that on the idiot box? Well, if it ain't Cooper, alert somebody. Yo, why is Destiny yelling at the shit that he was just doing a mere day ago to a retired police officer? Now he's trying to blame other people. The only people that should be blamed about the situation that happened are the people that were fucking involved in it. Nobody else. Nobody else. Everybody could have turned and walked the other way. Well, one person did try to walk away, but the other person chased him. That's what we fail to see. And then people like this guy will try to turn it into a racial matter when there's a trial going on there, probably way more racial intense than that. It was nuts. They're talking about what fucking what do you call it? If that dude becomes guilty, what you think there's gonna be riots in the street? And if he becomes, and if he's innocent, then you people are fucking dumb, because you basically, I mean, you could riot for the sake of, you think that those guys shouldn't have been killed, but let's not say it's for Black Lives Matter. Well, let's not push that narrative, please. I don't think Black Lives Matter is gonna raise hell because one white boy shot 3 other white boys. The Reverend Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson are not in fucking Wisconsin right now. I doubt they are. And if they are, they're a little late. Trial's been going on for quite some time, and nobody's heard about any of them being around there. Unless I haven't seen that. But let's listen to Destiny rage, as he's probably mad at himself for taking up a debate where he had no clue of what he was talking about. Almost like Vosh when he talks about economics. I bet you it's the same shit.
Facts of the case. The reason why 2 people are dead in the Rittenhouse riots is directly because of people like you that stoke the flames and get people upset about policing in the United States over cases where the police were 100% in the right. You are engaging in a form of stochastic terrorism when you are on here stoking these flames just as much as somebody like Lauren Southern does. I need you to understand that you are the exact same type of person.
You can shoot them too.
Okay, do you understand that you just said so many stupid things in that one sentence? You could probably qualify for special services just off of that statement. There was so much you said. Okay, so number 1, please go and watch that fucking video. Okay.
Watches that Patriot Prayer member, a member of a violent white supremacist group that has already committed multiple murders.
Wait, that guy. First of all,
that man killed someone.
Vivian, that man killed somebody.
The group he's part of has.
What kind of logic is
It's okay
this?
to just approach people that are in like far leftist radical groups because the group that they're associated with might have killed somebody else in the past.
That was like justified self-defense or not.
How can you even believe that?
What?
Because
Ryan Hall ducks inside a parking garage, waits for the men to pass, waits for them to cross the street, and then he runs out to confront them. Just letting you know, that's the video that you linked me, okay?
Sure.
So, a guy that had already had an outstanding warrant for like 3rd-degree sexual assault, that had already penetrated his ex-girlfriend with his fucking finger, that had showed up at his house to steal her fucking car and her fucking children, okay? When he was on his way out, the police got a call, they showed up, they wrestled with the guy, they tried to tase him 2 times, okay? The guy managed to get away from the cops and was running towards the car that had the keys in it, had a knife in the passenger seat that multiple people testified to, and I think had children in the back seat. Finally, the cops fired on this guy when he got in the seat and tried to drive away. That's what happened, okay? This is the Jacob Blake incident. I can't.
You're no longer trolling. You're using your troll.
Good things come to those who work. So let's get to work. Get going. Get hustling.
Let's go get this money, man.
Let's get paid. Not later. Now. Because there are things we want. Now. Goals to reach. Now. Ideas to create. Now. And there's no better time than now. So what are you waiting for? Pick up, drop off, cash out. Dash now. DoorDash.
Vespa. I know those are cool now. Yo, you could probably use an electric scooter to probably do fucking DoorDash or Grubhub now. Oh shit, the future is now.
What can you buy with $1 US?
Fucking commercials, bro.
Bitcoin!
Not at all.
all these people
I think
know.
if you're gonna chase after somebody with a
people
gun,
know.
you need to know the whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay, but all these people know, right, that there have been multiple attacks on BLM protests, vehicular attacks, attacks with fucking guns.
That's not enough info. That's
who
not enough
wants
info to
to
chase
say-
after a singular individual.
Holy shit, Ben.
The nigga has
Holy
a
shit,
gun.
dude. Right?
The nigga has a gun.
They are
You call
operating
the
on a certain amount of
police.
limited
Who the fuck are
information and they
you?
have to make a snap decision. In this case,
Who the
they
fuck
were
are you?
correct, actually. He had just
were
fucking
correct.
shot a fellow protester. Right?
I don't think
And
their
was
decision is
potentially
correct
a
just
danger.
because they
I'm
just
glad he's
happened
part
to
of your
guess
elk.
correctly.
And was,
Black Lives Matter. I hope he wasn't a
potentially
Black
a
Lives
danger,
Matter
and was
protester.
potentially a danger to other people around them.
How was he
You
a
have to-
danger if he was
in
running
that-
away and towards
in
the
that
police?
situ- In that,
Exactly.
well, why the fuck would you trust the police to pick him up? They
No.
didn't.
He wasn't turning around and pointing it. He was just running away.
Can we establish a couple ground facts for this? I'm just so curious. I hear so much incorrect
Wait,
being
he
said.
did turn around a few times. He did turn around a few times, but he had his gun pointing down. I remember this.
Firstly, we keep referring to him as a white nationalist. Can we stop doing that? There is no evidence. I don't think
I
that
never
any white.
referred to him as a white
Okay,
nationalist.
can you say, Vivian, you understand this was not a.
Absolutely accused of him being a white.
Oh my God. I'll be that audience member that'll just talk through the video. Yo, but I gotta speed it up too, shit, because we can't be here all fucking day. Holy shit. But yeah, a moment ago, you was fucking advocating for a prosecutor to spit out whatever they can to get the conviction that I think that they need to get. Remember that, dude. How are you saying this shit moments later, dog? How are you doing that shit? No, you had no info and was fighting tooth and nail. Tooth and fucking nail, my friend. Tooth and fucking nail. Now all of a sudden, yo, you're the fucking arbiter of truth. Let this nigga Lucifer, son of the morning. Let's see if you can.
Okay, that's fine. We'll walk it all back now, right? You understand this was not a white nationalist rally, yes?
It was a white supremacist.
Yeah, can you show me that? Oh wait, we're all gonna wait here. What you find?
Kenosha Guard.
Yes, show me that they are white. That was a white supremacist group. Well, wait.
Sorry, do you want me to find the Facebook post from the Kenosha Guard that they had deleted the next fucking day because they
Yeah,
showed
I'm
the
sure
picture?
there's screenshots.
Show me. Show. I want to see. And when you say white supremacist, it can't be like we disagree about Jacob Blake or we think that the cops were right or we have like a thin blue line. I want you to show me some white supremacist
I mean,
shit.
Blue Lives Matter is already a fucking.
Blue Lives Matter is not. Hold on. To be clear. Hold on, wait. To be clear. I need you to tell me. Blue Lives Matter. That is not. What does white supremacist mean to you?
Blue Lives Matter just protects bad cops. That's all.
Vivian.
Blue Lives Matter being a white supremacist movement is fucking obvious. It's like
Okay,
directly
so
straight up.
when
I think you're racist if you're a conservative.
No, because there's other races of bad cops.
Do you
It's really
think-
just about bad
do you
cops.
think that every single person that believes in like the thin blue line or Blue Lives Matter are all white supremacists?
She's already accused me of being a KKK simp, so
Sure.
that's not a far
The answer to this is obviously no. There is
The answer to that is right that you don't have to hold individual fucking racist views to act in the cause of racism, just like you don't have to hold individual white supremacist views to act in the cause of white supremacy.
Sure.
If you're,
Yeah, that's a great non-answer. But so
pushing white supremacy,
that's a great non-answer. But
it's not a non-answer.
just so we can establish the facts. Nothing about this guard, nothing about what happened that night. Yes, nothing that happened in Kenosha on the night of these shootings had anything to do with white supremacy or racism or white nationalism. Okay, which parts?
Bullshit.
I mean, I think that's who brought up the sports analogy earlier. That was really great, right? The idea that we need to be there to fucking protect our town. Why aren't these fucking militia groups showing up every time there's a big football match? They're not.
Because wait, hold on. Okay, stop. Can you show me a single big football match that is trashing businesses at the level that some of these riots in these cities were that caused billions of dollars in damage, like the riots in Minneapolis?
Have you gone to Europe?
And not to mention all the football matches that do not end in violence.
Yes,
Like you predict that each one is going to
cars have gone nuts. Are you kidding me? Yes.
Hey, a better
It's
example.
totally happened. Oh my god.
Okay, then you should be able to show me. Then show me.
A better example is
I think it happened in Miami, as a matter of fact.
Hold up. A better example is soccer
Arizona.
matches in Europe. I can go find that. I'll do it right now.
Wait, hold on.
Or
Wait,
and they freaked out.
Hold on, wait, I don't care about Canada and Europe. Why the fuck are you giving me information from Canada and Europe? I'm talking about the United States of America, where Kyle Rittenhouse is from, and where we have groups that go out and defend their towns. Okay, I don't know why you're giving me shit in Europe.
Well, he's going to ASU, so I think I got something for you.
Hold up. I'm pointing this out because it's just mob mentality in human beings. It's the same in Europe as it is in America.
Okay, so Vivian said, why don't people go out and defend their city against football rioters? The answer to that is obviously because football rioters aren't causing the same level of targeted destruction as some very few of the BLM riots were. That's the reason why. That is obvious. Now, if you're going to sit here and try to suggest to me that every year we have football riots that are even within an order of magnitude of destruction as some of the BLM riots, then show me, and I'll admit that I'm wrong. You can show me that.
I got you.
Wait, hold on. In addition to that, just keep in mind that people had rioted in the same area and set buildings on fire the night before, and they were expected to deal with that night.
So you have to make a
so football riots
riot versus
I don't stop. Please don't link me shit from Europe. I'm not talking about Europe.
Fans set fires, put cars after the Super Bowl.
Jason, it's not at all comparable, right? So even if we were to take that like as a serious counter,
It doesn't matter. It's the same behavior.
No, it's not. Jason, they rioted in in this area the night before. They were going back to the same area to set shit on fire again that night. They'd done it previously in other nights. The managers and the owners of that specific business had been in news articles about the millions of dollars in property damage they lost, and how the insurance company wasn't going to cover it. Right. So this was like a thing that was happening over and over and over again in this community, and that's why they were there.
So let's be more specific. We're going to be more specific. To Kenosha, exactly. There was $2 million worth of damage to city-owned property, and up to $50 million of damage in the Kenosha Area Business Alliance area, whatever. Right. That was their estimate. So show me football riots or whatever that happened. This doesn't happen.
Really?
That was a bad fake.
There's also systemic racial issues with the policing in Wisconsin too, which is what
all I'm saying. I'm giving all of you.
I'm giving equal the value of life.
It doesn't matter. I'm giving you real life. I'm giving you.
Writing is not uniquely American. Writing is not uniquely American.
Nobody said it was.
Why are you telling me my European example is not good?
Because what I'm trying to.
The culture is going to be different. It's going to be a different group of people, a completely different demographic. That's going to take it seriously. Yeah, let's not talk about other countries.
We don't have to talk about like whether or not the cultures in this country.
If you're in the United States and there's a bunch of rioting going on, and we have a Second Amendment right that's pretty unique in the United States compared to other European countries, and we have a gun culture that's pretty unique here, I would probably plan on there being armed people showing up to defend their shit in the event of armed protests. If you don't understand that, then you don't deserve to be on the streets. Stay the fuck home and do your activism on Twitter because you're not ready for the real world. Not in the United States. Go protest in Europe. Okay? Go protest in Europe.
How much local activism do you do?
Here's the issue. You asked for an example. I provided. I agree with you, Destiny, but I provided an example and then told you, hey, this is a football match.
Your example doesn't mean anything. These protests you're mentioning in Europe happen in large cities, Hamburg, Hanover, in giant soccer cities. We're talking Kenosha, Wisconsin. I think it's a population of 120,000.
I don't think people are not used. Matters.
The reason why it matters is because Vivian said specifically.
Kenosha was having an issue with policing.
Vivian said specifically. First of all,
because it's the police that are fucking them.
Okay, hold on. First of all, Kenosha was not having a problem with policing. Okay, the man that was shot by the cops and paralyzed, absolutely, that was the cops were 1,000,000% in the right. Okay, it's not even remotely debatable.
Got shot like 7 times in the back.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%, absolutely in the right. The cops had.
I wish I'd.
Hey there! Big announcement. I'm now partnering with Vitco, the streaming service that's all about live sports. They didn't actually ask me to write a jingle, but check this baby out.
This is stupid.
There was a streaming service who had live sports, and Vitco was its name. Oh, V-I-D-G-O, 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 and Vitco had the game. Oh, Vitco. We are live sports.
Some sort of accent there. Because he is saying Vitco. Oh, at least I'm hearing Vitco.
Quitting my online businesses was one of the best things I've ever done. You see, 5 years ago, I was a broke bartender making 18.
I wish I'd.
I know, because you're black pilled on the justice system. You just think it's fucking perfect the way it is.
No. So the problem is that people like you, Vivian, and other people on the left that have these huge ideological narratives don't even bother to look at the facts of the case. The reason why 2 people are dead in the Rittenhouse riots is directly because of people like you that stoke the flames and get people upset about policing in the United States over cases where the police were 100% in the right. You are engaging in a.
My fault. Let me iterate into that, yo. It's not because of people like, I guess her name's Vivi. It's not because of people like her or stoking the flames. It's people like fucking Destiny. Nah, it's not even people like Destiny. It's fucking people who are chasing motherfuckers with guns, dude. What do you think this is? A video game? What do you think you're gonna get popped or respawn? No. No, dog. That's not how this game of life is played. You stay away from danger. You don't run into it unless you are. Oh man, whatever. Holy fucking shit. If you are an average citizen, you should not be running into danger. Holy fuck. It's not because of people like Dane. It's because of sickos who chase other people with guns.
Form of stochastic terrorism when you were on here stoking these flames just as much as somebody like Lauren Southern does. I need you to understand that you are the exact same type of person. You are exactly the same as her. I need you to understand that, Vivian. You are exactly the same as somebody like Lauren Southern when you were on here stoking the flames. 100% you are.
Okay, whenever you're done.
All you're doing right now is just.
I'm not putting you here all night on your podium. Come on, you don't even know the facts of any of the cases relevant to this, and you're here arguing your fucking breath out over whether.
I am sorry. I have to stop it again one more time. What Destiny is doing is murky in the water of justice, especially for his audience. For people that just sat there and watched him fucking again debate somebody else and was saying that it was even right to trial fucking this dude for murder, especially when they have no fucking evidence to the contrary. All the evidence to the contrary says that he was being fucking pursued, fucking stalked, violated, and about to be robbed. You know what I mean? But Destiny here would say, oh, the prosecution had it all right. They get to sit there and say things that they're not supposed to say, or, you know, have video evidence of somebody doing something and then saying, "Oh, allegedly." What the fuck do you mean allegedly? We are looking at the shit right now. So that means he thinks that the jury is just as dumb as the prosecution. Anyway, the jury is all as dumb as Destiny, Doug. All as dumb as Destiny. But it's like miraculously now he's seeing that some footage that I don't know how he got it. He got some footage of poor Kyle being innocent now, and that the whole situation was brought up between some girl on Twitch that is well, it's funny because they're anti-government until they need the government. But yeah, Revolution, Viva la Revolution.
Who's in the right or wrong?
Are you fucking done yet?
Not as long as these people should, but go for it.
Never. Never done.
I asked about the dude who was fucking shot 7 times in the back. You said that was fucking justified. I don't know the facts of that case, so I can't fucking argue back against it. That was literally all I said.
I mean,
that's fine, but that's why somebody said earlier, it wasn't you, but it was a guy above you. Jason Society was saying people were rioting in Kenosha because of unfair police. They were rioting because of this guy. I think his name was Jacob Blake that got shot. But the police were in the right.
So instead of talking about cases we're not talking about, let's talk about Kyle Rittenhouse, the two people that were killed, because we've been talking about it all night. We're all up to date. Well, Vivian apparently isn't.
Wait, hold on, but sorry, but this is you understand Destiny. Like, the BLM riots were not specifically about any one fucking shooting.
The rioting in Kenosha was specifically about this.
The rioting in Kenosha was triggered by the shooting of Jake. Right?
Yes.
However, right, it was part of a nationwide.
No, shut the fuck up. You're lying. You're lying. The riots here specifically. Yes, you're lying. Yes. Well, okay, maybe not. You might be an idiot. Okay. The riots in Kenosha specifically, and why property was on fire specifically. Thing, right? Okay, stop doing this thing where you want to piss in the pool when somebody's pissing in somebody's mouth. Okay, this specific event was triggered by the shooting of one person. It wasn't the general unrest of BLM. It was this one specific case that caused it.
Do you think the riots would have happened?
No, they wouldn't have.
All around the country.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. The riots in Kenosha were
influenced by the.
Wait, Destiny, they would have. Absolutely.
I thought you meant if it wasn't for the Jacob Blake shooting. If it wasn't for the Jacob Blake shooting, the riots would not have happened in Kenosha. Not like this. No.
Yes, I agree. Right, but also, right, I don't think they would have happened in the same way if it wasn't for the broader BLM protest movement happening.
Sure, but that doesn't matter. We're looking at the inciting.
Wisconsin had been having policing issues and riots for a while. Like, this wasn't new.
The event was true or not, and the Council event wasn't correct.
This is even more problematic. This is even more problematic because okay. Well, you should look it up before you talk about this shit. But so this is even more problematic because you're saying that people that were there to defend these businesses were white nationalists because they were in opposition to this cause, which is riots that were set up by the Jacob Blake shooting. Right. So you don't even bother to look into the shooting before calling these people white nationalists for not supporting the riot. How does that make any fucking sense?
It was a systemic effort to discourage citizens' complaints and protect officers from charges of racial profiling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was in the Washington Post just recently.
You call them white supremacists, not white nationalists. You're right.
Define white supremacist. Someone who acts in aid of a cause which seeks to place white people above other fucking races.
Is it impossible to ever defend your community if BLM riots are coming on without being a white supremacist? Because then you're automatically.
If you were listening to
you're mindless.
You're listening to the panel before you go on. Destiny, you would have heard me give the exact fucking
Can you defend your own property?
What is the
wait 1 second. The people who own this building are Indian. They're brown people, right? So like defending an Indian person's business when there's riots that are being set off by a totally fair police shooting makes you a white supremacist, or puts you in a position where you're allying yourself with white supremacist groups. That's totally fucking ridiculous.
So wait, going back to Vivian, you said if there was no weapon. Oh no, wait, sorry, this was Vosh, but I think you agreed with Vosh that like if they didn't have a rifle, then it's okay for that person to be there. That like it was the rifle that would be. Do you agree with Vosh there? Sorry.
No.
Just being there to put out even the fires and to like wash out graffiti later.
Anybody can
automatically. That was your position.
So are you saying it's unethical to have the First Amendment right if you don't agree with your ideology? Are you saying that people aren't allowed to? Are you saying people are not allowed to politically display?
She believes in the First Amendment.
Yeah. Are you saying that people of?
Yeah, she doesn't believe. Why are you guys asking her these questions? She doesn't believe in the First Amendment. She doesn't believe that these people are.
No, I do believe in the First Amendment.
She don't want the U.S. to have guns.
Do you believe? Okay.
They don't have guns, so why should you have
guns? On the right to free speech, right? And I agree with that. The state shouldn't fucking be involved at all in that. However, if you have a KKK march in your town, your community should absolutely be there to fucking oppose it and should run those cunts out of town.
And I think a lot of people feel the same way. A lot of people feel the same way about rioters.
Literally generations of First Amendment jurisprudence when you say that.
Rioters.
I mean, yeah, you do.
Individuals.
Private actions that chill speech still fall under like the First Amendment of the United States of America. If you threaten somebody, you coerce somebody, if you engage in actions
we can argue about
in danger, then that is a violation of their First Amendment rights.
We can argue about how the fucking First Amendment is applied or whatever. I agree. My position is very simple. I agree that the state should not infringe the right to free speech. However, I do also agree that community should be able to run fucking Nazis out of town and that they should deplatform them on the fucking regular.
But you also think there were no Nazis here, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you also believe that if there's a riot set off by a totally fair police shooting and a militia group shows up to defend property from being burnt down, the property of brown people, by the way, you believe that these people
Depends on the groups and the
should be run out of town. And if they resist, being run out of town, they should be attacked. And if they resist this attack, they should be killed. That's what
I think you're being incredibly dishonest by saying that the only fucking motivation of the people who showed up was to defend property.
Show me another. What evidence if there is?
What evidence is there to counter? Because the only killings that happened were killings in self-defense. There were no killings over property that happened that night that I'm aware of. Were there any?
Wouldn't the video that they tried to introduce on
Let Vivian answer.
Yeah, did anybody die there over property? Did a single person die that night over property?
As far as I know, no.
Then why are you saying people showed up violently to defend property when that didn't happen?
What? That's not what I said at all.
You said that them being there was an act of aggression or violence against the protesters, right? Because they were defending this property in opposition to this group that wanted to burn the property down.
The property, right? I don't think that defending property was the only fucking motivation of the people who.
How do you know that?
Can you show me evidence?
Wait, show. What is it?
Displaying all the fucking thin blue line shit.
That's not evidence, Vivian.
They got in over his head and overreacted.
The Kenosha Guard Facebook page.
None of that is evidence, Viv. None of that is evidence.
How's that not evidence?
We're asking, where's evidence that people showed up to this thing to kill or attack or whatever BLM protesters? You're saying, well, on their Facebook. Okay, so you have no evidence that people showed up to do anything more than defend property.
I'm
sorry.
What about
they showed up in support of a white supremacist fucking ideology?
That defending your community is a white supremacist ideology?
Black Lives Matter.
Opposing black people's civil rights protests. Yeah.
Black people's civil rights are when you burn down fucking car dealerships?
Owned by Indians?
Thank you.
Crypto.com Visa card.
Get a lot of
metal card powered by crypto. How about these perks?
Yeah, but you need like to get $4,000.
Reserve yours now.
That shit, dog. Then they give you a fucking different color card. Everybody gets no.
I swear to God,
they weren't asked to be there. They weren't asked to fucking be there. They were not asked to guard that place. They just testified.
No one cares. It's not relevant.
How many times can I repeat that?
It's not relevant. It's not relevant if anything was asked.
It's relevant because they weren't supposed to be there anyway.
Doesn't matter. No, hold on. First, wait, hold on. Hold on. You guys use this word. You guys use this word supposed to be there.
If I want to defend my community, I'm not going to be reaching out to the fucking Kenosha Guard or anybody who's flying fucking thin blue line fucking flags or whatever, right? Because clearly these people are acting in the cause of white supremacy.
You have no proof of that again.
I have no proof of that.
All you do is you just scream, other than the fact that they have the thin blue line shit. You have nothing. You're just screaming racist over and over and over again like it wins an argument.
Other than the fact that the Kenosha Guard's fucking Facebook page was taken down for violent fucking threats in the.
I had my shit deleted for violent fucking threats. But I don't know what the fuck that means these days, especially with people like you that run these communities. Fuck, they might have posted a fucking meme of fucking Colin Powell got taken down.
You had your community saying directly to me that you didn't give a fuck if white supremacist militias fucking mowed down dipshit protesters.
That's first of all, one, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm referring to other accounts as well. Okay, number one. Number two, you still have no proof whatsoever, aside from some Facebook memes that some members of this group might have posted on their Facebook page. No evidence that any people were white supremacists.
You mob of cocksuckers gotta understand, dude. Listen, if you're trying to impede somebody's fucking movement, they're gonna try to go through you. Nobody likes to be fucking placed in a corner, not even baby. Nobody wants to put, you fucking idiots, dog. What do you think? You're gonna just let a mob of people fucking swarm you? Just because I made a mistake and took a wrong turn? My car looks like that car of a fucking IROC. My car's an IROC. Oh my fucking God. The racism's real. Holy shit, dog. Holy shit. So I'm supposed to sit in my vehicle while a swarm of fucking wackadoos fucking completely surround me. And God knows what the fuck they're gonna do. God knows if I have kids in the car. Or fucking elderly. Or just myself. I don't want to be trapped because of people I do not fucking know. You got to get that through your thick skull. The mob is not the rule of one fucking person. There's an again, fucking Kino's journey. Watch, there's an episode where everybody's voting to kill somebody and then there's one guy left. There that goes.
Or they're in support of white supremacy. And everything so far points to the contrary. That it seemed like they were there just to protect property.
Blue Lives Matter, my statement is really fucking simple, actually. Right? One, the Kenosha Guard, right, posted explicit white supremacist statements on their Facebook page.
Like what? Give us one.
I'd have to go and find.
Okay, I'll look for it. Kenosha Guard, white supremacist, Facebook. I'll go look while you guys are talking.
They were taken down for like threats of violence.
Fucking magical tool.
Wait, threats of violence and white supremacy. Can we acknowledge that?
My second statement is really impossible to have a fucking argument on 12,000 pounds sometimes. But like my second fucking argument is that Blue Lives Matter is an explicit white supremacist movement.
Do you know what explicit means?
So what that means looking for like these.
Wait, hold on, make her justify this. What does explicit mean to you?
What does explicit mean to me? It means openly and obviously.
Okay, how is it openly white nationalist?
I never said white nationalist. I said white supremacist.
How is it openly white supremacist?
Well, I'm sorry, you're always getting on me about like not defining my terms properly, so I want to make sure we use
okay, how is it openly white supremacist?
Because Blue Lives Matter is set up directly in opposition to Black Lives Matter, the movement for the civil rights of Black people in the United States, right? It is explicitly set up in opposition to the narrative that the police shootings of Black people are often unjustified and that there needs to be some kind of resistance against them. That is why it's white supremacist.
Nothing that you just said had anything to do with white supremacy. But
so you're stating that it's stated clearly in Blue Lives Matter that
I'm sorry.
they are...
No. If you set up a fucking Destiny's Life Matters, right, in response to somebody punching you in the face, right? Let's say Vosh punched you in the face, right? And you set up a Destiny Lives Matters organization, right? And I, in direct opposition to that, set up a Vosh Lives Matter fucking Facebook page, right? Am I not doing that?
That's going on the assumption that all cops are bad.
Yes, the problem, Vivian, is there's a disagreement sometimes on the level.
I don't know. Did you say anything in that explanation about hating Destiny just because you made a Vosh Lives Matters? That makes no sense. Just because you like one thing doesn't mean you have to hate the other thing. You can go on freaking One Piece and Naruto. I don't literally hate Naruto, but if some Naruto fan tries to talk shit about my fucking One Piece, I'm coming at you. I'm coming right at you, bro. Oh shit. Fucking, how is this dude gonna keep screaming he's gonna be king of the pirates? Like, yo, your shit's already over and you're fucking, what, you're playing with a Mary Sue? Your new adaptation of fucking Naruto is a Mary Sue. Oh shit. I'm off topic.
Facts. That's the problem. They're not setting this up. They're not setting this up because like they hate black people. They want to uphold white supremacy or whatever. They do it because they disagree on the facts of the matter and whether or not there is.
You're talking about intention versus fucking effect, right?
Like, whatever definition of white supremacist you're running with, nobody in the real world uses this. Okay, so when you say that, nobody in the real world uses this.
Everybody in the real world
absolutely no. Nobody would say,
especially when people say things like, "Oh, America is like fucking white supremacist. The fucking legal system in America is white supremacist." Blah blah blah.
Losers on Twitter say this shit, but that's why people get so mad because nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Nobody knows. Yeah, academics half the time.
You see how the problem is? You see how this one person from across the pond is saying that, oh, why is everybody always saying this? Why is America always saying this? Why is America always saying this? So why you try to kind of say is like, yo, stop fucking, the grass is always greener. The grass is always greener. You're going to try to make it seem like we're oppressed, like you old guys you guys can't even own guns. Remember that. Remember the fact that people over there in the UK cannot own guns. And they might say, oh, because it's for the safety of the... No, it's not. It's because the government doesn't want to deal with unruly people holding weapons. Because think about that. It's like, dude, they have just as many knife fucking incidences as we have gunshots. Think about that, yo. These dudes stab more than we fucking shoot. You know why? Because knives are fucking easier to conceal. You can stab somebody in like 3 seconds and then dip off into the night without even being seen. Gunshots, you hear everybody's looking at you. These dudes allow assassin weapons. They allow fucking dudes to be assassins. And she has the nerve to be like, we're oppressed. You guys oppress you're misinfortuned as well. We won't be that racist. Because it's not a black and white thing. It's a poor and rich thing, as we can tell.
Losers on Twitter, I'm sorry.
Losers on Twitter. Wow.
And the academics and the fucking people who are actually involved in the Black Lives Matter protests and you're just like fucking Twitter poison.
Okay, so to be clear, to be very clear, so your evidence that this is a white supremacist group, they've aligned themselves with Blue Lives Matter Facebook. You're saying that if they know about at this riot, right, and to prevent people from burning down buildings, they should be attacked, and that this is an act of aggression in support of white supremacy.
Anyone flying a fucking Blue Lives Matter flag should be fucking.
And anybody flying an Antifa flag should be kicked out of like protest. Anybody that shows up as Antifa should be, because they all violent like people that try to Molotov everything. Like, I mean, you can run that game back as much as you want. Also, to be clear, I've looked this up. There's no evidence that the Kenosha Guard posted any white nationalist or white supremacist shit on their Facebook page. The only reason I see it getting taken down is because they were mass reported by Antifa after the Rittenhouse stuff. If you can find anything in the contrary, then go for it. But there's I can't find absolutely anything. I can't find the actual cancel culture was the two people whose lives got canceled when they showed up because of people like you stoking the flames of like these racial tensions in the United States. Okay.
People like me stoking the flames of racial tension.
Absolutely. You literally said that he should have been shot for defending himself. That could anger anyone. If people listen to you right now, he would be like, see, the lefties are insane. We have to act. Now is the time.
Or your earlier
statement.
No one should be shot.
They would want to defend their families.
People should stop shooting each other for fucking ideology. These motherfuckers are stupid all the way around. I'm gonna tell you.
They're sitting in their mother's basement fucking over Red Dawn every fucking night anyway, right? Like, this isn't going to make any fucking difference whatsoever. So you can keep your fucking bullshit to yourself. And frankly, if anybody's stoking the flames of any kind of fucking bigotry, as a woman who comes on here and argues for 4 hours for fucking conversion therapy, so go suck a fuck.
I didn't argue for conversion therapy. You didn't hear a fucking word.
All right, so
you didn't hear a fucking word.
Also, just to be clear, also for another quick fact, you brought up
You didn't hear a fucking word.
Stop it. Go ahead.
The Reinhold guy was brought up as well earlier. That guy, the dude that murdered a Trump, that murdered a Trump supporter in fucking cold blood, then ran across state lines. He murdered something. He absolutely did.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry. If you can fucking shoot Rosenbaum in the face for like.
Hold on, wait. What did she say? Let her talk. What?
If you can shoot fucking Rosenbaum in the face for like throwing a plastic bag and running after Kyle Rittenhouse, right? Then I think somebody like a literal known violent white supremacist walking towards you and your friend with a fucking can of mace, spraying it in your fucking face, you can fucking shoot them too.
Do you understand that you just said so many fucking stupid things in that one sentence? You could probably qualify for special services just off of that statement. There was so much you said. Okay, so number one, okay, Rosenbaum didn't get shot because he threw a plastic bag in the air. He got shot because he was chasing after a person holding a rifle with a person. No, you didn't. You stupid fuck. Let me finish my sentence.
Did I say chasing after him?
You said threw a plastic bag. The reason why he got shot. How about you listen to somebody that actually watched the tapes because you haven't seen shit apparently, okay? The reason why he got shot is because he chased after a person who had an AR-15 on them with a person behind him that fired a pistol in that direction, and then Rosenbaum tried to grab the barrel of his gun. That's why he got shot.
Okay, and the Patriot Prayer dude was trying to assault the chap.
Guys, I became debt-free driving for DoorDash, and it's been great. I'm my own boss, and I'm in control of my own schedule with DoorDash. The sign-up process is really easy, and it only takes a few minutes to complete. I can ride my bike around town, it's great exercise, it's great for the environment, and I get to skip the traffic. There's opportunities in over 4,000 cities, and the best part is I get to keep 100% of my tips. It's such a fun and easy way to make some fast cash. Sign up online today.
It's gonna get cold if you want to save on gas and things. Yeah, you got your money.
Wrong. Nope. There is zero anything corroborating that. In fact, there is witness testimony saying that Reinhold had been chasing the other guy around that night. And if you watch the video, you will not see a single fucking thing that justifies what that cowardly murderous fuck did before he ran back to his house across state lines and then called media to give a little fucking interview before the cops showed up and killed him because he tried to kill the cops when they showed up to arrest him. That is exactly what happened with Reinhold. That is exactly what happened with Reinhold.
So you don't actually know what the fuck you're talking about because the cops fucking showed up, right? And there are numerous witness reports. There's currently a homicide investigation going on into Reinhold's death, right? Numerous witness reports saying that they didn't fucking announce themselves and that they just fucking opened fire.
Hold on, they didn't announce themselves? There was a warrant for his arrest and they showed up in a fucking SWAT van.
They have to announce themselves and they can't just shoot at him, you moron.
You understand?
Started shooting him. The initial police report claimed that he had raised his weapon, right? It is not even known that he had a fucking weapon on him, right? Seems like he was eating some gummy bears or fucking holding a cell phone or some shit, right? You can go, there's a New York Times article all about it that you can go and fucking read whenever you feel like you have the fucking time. They got out of the fucking vehicle and assassinated him in the fucking street, mate.
What are you analyzing? Are you analyzing his death or are you analyzing the other shooter?
Well, basically what I'm saying is that these two situations aren't really that much fucking different.
Which one? You mentioned three situations.
Dude, the fact that you would compare, just for people that listen to this, because I know that none of you guys will actually do this, but if you're listening to this video, I super encourage you, please go watch the video of Reinhold shooting and murdering a Trump supporter point blank before he runs back to his fucking house to give a media interview before the cops show up and kill him. Please go and watch that fucking video, okay?
Watch as that Patriot Prayer member, a member of a violent white supremacist group that has already committed multiple murders.
Wait, that guy, first of all, that man killed someone? Vivian, that man killed somebody?
The group he's part of has.
Oh, so that are you an American citizen? Or no, you're not, I guess. You're
British,
right? I mean,
it's okay.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of logic is
this? It's okay to just approach people that are in like far leftist radical groups because the group that they're associated with.
So you guys, you had your little rant, Destiny.
Sure. Right? I don't usually talk to fucking terrorist supporters. This actually blows my mind. Jesus, sorry, keep going. So anyway, we murder people that are part of groups that have had people that have killed others. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, if that's true, all Americans should die.
You can watch as that person who's a member of a violent white supremacist group that has actually fucking murdered people in the name of its ideology, right? Walks towards Reinhold and his friend, fucking spraying fucking mace. Now, you don't know.
No, you're lying. Not only lying. The only reason that the thing was sprayed was because he got shot in that fucking can by the Antifa person.
You need to go back and watch the shit.
No, he's 100% on this.
He's not.
Yes, yes.
So he's literally not. So, but regardless, right? We will never know whether that was like justified self-defense or not.
How can you even believe that?
Because there is no fucking day in court because he was assassinated by the fucking FBI and
oh my god,
assassinated.
Yeah, assassinated. I mean, I don't really know what else to call it beyond like when they roll up in a fucking van, don't announce themselves and open fire on somebody in the middle of the fucking street. And there is a gun.
So can I just so do you think that given that you think that was self-defense or because he was being sprayed with pepper spray, you believe that justified him shooting this guy? right? So do you think that
I don't know.
Well, hold on. No, you said that it was justified, right? You said that it was self-defense because he was being sprayed with pepper spray. Right? That's what you're okay with what he did.
I don't know.
Right? So if an Antifa person pepper sprays somebody, do you think it'd be reasonable for that person to shoot them?
That case, fuck Antifa.
It depends on the situation.
Antifa right in the ass.
Maybe. But what I'm saying is, right, like, if we're comparing cases of fucking self-defense or whatever, right, we don't know whether this is like justified self-defense or not, right?
Wait, which one was justified?
Sorry?
Which one was justified? Reinhold murdering the Trump supporter, the unarmed Trump guy?
They never did a versus of that.
No, literally, Vivian, nobody in the planet is, Pisco, you can tell me wrong here, nobody in the planet is arguing that guy acted in self-defense. He is ubiquitously panned as a fucking loser murderer. He stalked the dude and then shot and killed him in cold blood. Nobody is arguing that. There is not a single sane person on this planet that has whatever facts you were talking about this case.
There are those, but...
Link me. Show me. Yeah, search it and show me. That's fine. Good. I already looked for your one piece of evidence. It was bullshit. You made it up. You fabricated it. So now I want you to show me stuff. You made it up. You fabricated it. I looked it up and it's bullshit. It's fake. The idea that Patriot Group posted white nationalist or white supremacist memes on Facebook, I can't find it, so you fucking lied about it because you got it off of a Twitter headline. You didn't research any of it yourself while you're out here peddling this bullshit. So now I want you to show me some version where anybody with any credibility whatsoever says that Reinhold was acting in self-defense when he shot and murdered a Trump supporter in cold blood. When he hit his fucking can, and that's why the pepper spray blew up everywhere. Not that the guy was pepper spraying him. Okay, I want you to show me that.
Would you care if he wasn't acting in self-defense?
He must get off on.
Would you still think it's justified?
That he shot and killed him?
I'm
asking.
I think he's about to get off.
No, she doesn't give a fuck because as long as it's Trump supporters that are getting killed, she's all for it. Just like a fucking fascist, half you fuckers act like it.
It mentioned earlier that
I thought that word didn't mean anything, Destiny. It certainly doesn't when it comes down to
murdering people because of political ideological differences, or talking about the revocation of due process, or talking about vigilante justice, absolutely falls in line with fascist thinking. That is absolutely what that is. So yeah, I think so. I guess you just want to enact it with bodies that are non-state-like. So maybe that's your one saving grace there. So maybe there's some fasci-commie fucking branch that exists that I don't know about.
Sorry, would it be fascism if suddenly you went out and just fucking murdered all the
would it be fascist? Are you quoting me the article that I asked you for when I'm trying to find out where Reinhold is acting in self-defense when he murdered a Trump supporter in cold blood?
I've just saved the fucking video, but
I don't want a video. Why are you giving me the video? Doesn't exonerate you? Are you serious? The video just shows the can exploding, that guy getting shot, and then Reinhold running away. You're not gonna find anything that exonerates you on video. That's evidence that supports me. Yes, really.
Also, the video should also show Reinhold literally waiting for the guy, like
stalking him,
hiding around the corner, waiting for him to show up, and then pulling out his gun as he walks up to him, shooting him, and then running away.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Can you give me the definition of murder?
Yeah, one Scab, you want a time? I literally have the fucking video of Reinhold, the guy who was pepper spraying Reinhold, pepper spraying him, and not having not the pepper spray. Shit, fucking.
You're in an inconvenient position right now, Vivian, because you're suggesting that the one time that pepper spray is enough to have a reasonable fear of injury, but that grabbing a gun is not, and that is, I think,
I just also real quick, I just want to read literally from the fucking Wikipedia, okay, including surveillance camera evidence showing that Reinhold had spotted Danielson and Pappas and had hidden in a parking garage to let them pass, reaching toward the pocket or pouch on his waistband. When Danielson and Pappas crossed the road, Reinhold, joined by an associate, followed them with the shooting occurring moments later.
I just posted it in chat. I should probably post it in the VZ chat.
Some people love it when other people die, I guess. I don't know. It's like, oh shit, I thought I was on mute.
Fucking hell. The video shows that that he actually did spray the fucking mace at Reinhold. Okay. All right. Well, that's the claim, and that's
does supporting.
Okay, so when he was ambushed by this man with a gun who intended to kill him, he sprayed the mace. Okay, how does this help your argument at all?
Reinhold says that he ducked into the fucking parking garage because these guys have been harassing him and his friend all night, and he ducked into the parking garage to let them.
And then came out behind him with a gun.
I don't.
So you're saying Reinhold was not the aggressor, but Rittenhouse was. So if
Rittenhouse
was the aggressor.
No, but wait. If you're saying the shot fired is what gave him the catalyst and okay to fucking fire the gun, then that gives somebody else the right to fire back at him because they heard a gunshot too, and now they get to shoot the gun too, right? So they should be able to shoot back at Rittenhouse. There shouldn't have been a problem with that.
Oh my god! Please allow me. I am not saying, right, that what Reinhold did was definitely justified self-defense, right? I'm saying that we don't know whether it was or not, and we'll probably never know because it will never be held up and it will never be on trial, right? Because he's
in the process of making the statement, you've made some unfortunate concessions. One of which is you seem to think that it's okay to sort of say some sort of collective guilt, and the other is that you're essentially establishing, or I don't know, that it could be, you could have a reasonable fear of your life merely by being pepper sprayed. That would seem to be a strong case for Rittenhouse then, that there was a reasonable fear for his life by grabbing the gun.
I think Rittenhouse could definitely have been a reasonable fear of his life.
Well, then that would seem to sort of justify his self-defense position.
There's only separation here is that believing.
You've come in late to this conversation, so I just want to make it super clear that at no point during this conversation have I said that I think that Kyle Rittenhouse should either be prosecuted for murder and found guilty, or that he should be acquitted of the charges. I've not made either of those statements.
No, she said he should be dead. Also, Razor quick, just because I watched the video that Vivian linked. Vivian, on this video that you link, Reinhold ducks inside a parking garage, waits for the men to pass, waits for them to cross the street, and then he runs out to confront them. Just let you know, that's the video that you linked me. Okay.
Sure.
So okay, cool. So as long as we establish he was that is an actual ambush attempted murder. Well, it was a murder. So
who sprayed the
afterwards, it seems like he turns around, then he sprays the bear mace, and then after that he gets shot. Yeah, but this was in response to Reinhold literally chasing across the street with a gun to get him.
I mean,
You are psychotic. I want you to know that, Vivian. You are experiencing psychosis right now. You're losing your fucking mind. Your brain is leaking out of your fucking ears. You have a man chasing somebody down with a firearm. Another guy turns with mace to spray it on him, and then he gets killed by the guy chasing him. You're like, oh well, that was justified self-defense. You're actually a fucking lunatic. You are crazy. You are crazy.
You just say that it might be self-defense.
If you wanna fucking like have a go at somebody's fucking mental state, Destiny, honestly, mate, like I would look in a fucking mirror, right? Because
nice pivot. You can pivot to my mental state all you want. You're the one telling me that if you charge somebody with a gun and they pepper spray you, you have the self-defense right to kill them. You're actually delusional. You're lost in the sauce. I'm sorry.
We don't know the other fucking circumstances around that at all, right?
No, we have video footage of it. You're so unbelievably biased. I could show you a serial rapist and slap a fucking Antifa sticker on them, and you tell me that all the women deserved it. That's where you're at right now in this discourse. That's how unbelievably fucking lost you are.
It's literally not. Because a
single possible that would have justified it happening.
No. Because every time I talk, like Destiny will just start fucking screaming at me that I've said things that I haven't said, right? I did not say, right, that was justified self-defense. I said we don't fucking know, right?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Did anybody else here imply that the other guys maced Reinhold first, and that's why Reinhold shot him?
Yes.
Okay,
I did say that he maced Reinhold first. I said
that's why he shot him.
I said, and I have said repeatedly throughout this fucking conversation, and I imagine Destiny isn't listening because he's just fucking, I don't know, just so fucking triggered over the entire.
I'm triggered by terrorists. Being on this platform is what triggers me. You're a terrorist.
Okay, well, you need to fucking get off the platform yourself then, because encouraging white supremacist militias to gun down
white supremacists, something that you haven't demonstrated at all. By the way, that's something that you made up. Kind of like half the shit you talk about. You basically made it up. The only thing that's real to you is the fucking list that you keep with people.
I don't know what your fucking problem is, right? We had like a fairly decent fucking relationship. I don't know why you're coming so fucking hard.
I don't care. The problem I'm having is that right now, half the fucking internet, half the United States is crazy over what should be a relatively straightforward case because of partisan. No, you're part of the problem. You are the problem. When you're sitting here telling me, based on everything we've seen with Reinhold, that this guy was some fucking patriot that got assassinated by the cops, he was acting sometimes, and then you look at somebody like Rittenhouse who's being chased by a fucking child molester. You gave so many justifications here. Everybody heard it. You were saying, oh, the guy was harassing him earlier. Oh, he's already part of a white militia.
My fault. We're already halfway through it. But yeah, dude, you was doing the same exact shit, but fucking moments ago, bro. Fucking moments, yo. There's probably no difference between this video and the last video that you did where you was doing the exact opposite. Where dudes like, yeah, no, the prosecutor shouldn't even be fucking going to what? That's the prosecutor's job. The prosecutor is supposed to find up fucking shit that doesn't exist and then throw it into the fucking thing, even though they're not supposed to. You know, but that kind of confuses the jury. They're not supposed to know those. What do you mean they're not supposed to know about that information? The prosecutor said it. If the prosecutor, if they weren't supposed to say it, hear it. Why did the prosecutor say it? Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not supposed to hear something. Oh, well, they can strike it from the record. Try striking something from somebody's mind. Like you said something about kids and your wives and all that shit earlier. It's like, yo, if you tell your kids, yo, oh, we're going to Disneyland for Christmas, but don't try not to remember about it. Don't remember it. Don't remember it at all. And this is, we'll say, in fucking September. Now I bet you all of a sudden your kids remember fucking every day of the week, every month of the year. You know what I mean? And they'll be fucking thing. And I bet you right before that thing, they'll be sitting there saying, yo, are we going to Disneyland? 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 And then you do some dickhead shit and be like, damn, didn't I say if you ask about Disneyland but before we get around here, we ain't gonna go? And they'll look at you and be like, yeah, nah, daddy, you never said that. They'll be like, yeah, I did. Show me the tape. There's no tape of me saying it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, yeah, daddy, you did say that. And whatever. You know how the rest of the story goes. Destiny's probably taking his kids to Disneyland. But she was doing that exact same thing to the dude. And that's why he was getting infuriated. You was sitting there wondering why he was getting mad. You're doing the exact same thing now, Doug. Shorty's saying, oh, we used to have a decent relationship. Yeah, because he was fucking tickling your clitoris while you were saying the silly shit that you were saying now. Or he was probably doing this troll shit, agreeing with whatever outlandish kooky shit you was fucking spitting out. He was probably sitting there like, oh yeah, I bet you're right. You have to be right. Why wouldn't you be right? Blah, 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 blah. But now it's like fucking shit. You've been spitting some stupid shit all week while this trial's been going on. Now that the evidence, I guess, was all in one, you must have binge watched it. You sat there and binge watch it, your fucking true life TV shit. Now you're willing to defend his acts.
That's been murdering people. Oh, he tried to hide from the guy when he ducked into a thing. Oh, the guy barenaced him first. That's what you were saying.
Oh,
Literally, okay. I don't
Can they
know.
both be shit? Can they both be bullshit?
They can both be bullshit. It's fine.
No,
But,
equate them.
Oh shit!
The only thing I said, Destiny, right, is there are some other mitigating factors here. We don't know whether or not it's fucking self-defense because we will never see it in fucking court.
You don't
You're saying you know,
what
you're saying you know for sure that it was fucking that it wasn't fucking self-defense, right? Which I don't think is actually a conclusion you can reach from the evidence. That you
Sure.
have.
Can you spin me one scenario? Can you spin me one scenario where a guy hides in a garage, waits for two people to pass, and then runs out onto the street to ambush them with a firearm where that's self-defense? I would love to hear this.
To ambush them with a firearm is a little bit of fucking loaded language.
He sat that behind them.
Wait, what would you call it when they cross the street and he runs up behind them with a firearm?
He walked out and he confronted them, and he had the firearm. He had the firearm ready.
Okay.
Right?
He pulled the gun out of his pocket and ran up to them. I guess.
So what would you call that?
Yeah. He obviously started an altercation
with a firearm.
What about
so wait, you acknowledge that he obviously started an altercation. So if you're acknowledging that he obviously started this altercation, how can you say that it might be self-defense if he's the one that initiated the altercation with the gun in his hand?
Yeah, it would entirely depend on the fucking the laws of the county. Right?
You said you don't care about laws.
Why are we talking about laws? To be clear, I'm a legal expert. Hold on, I'm a legal expert. Okay, I am a legal expert. I just passed the bar, and one of the things that we learned in my first class was there is no.
This nigga just say he's a legal expert? Holy fucking shit. And then 2 seconds ago when he told other dude, he said, I really don't know much about this. Yo, holy fuck, this can't be real. Yo, this cannot be real at all, dog. Holy shit, where's my pipe? Where is my pipe? Holy shit, yo, you're lucky I am not a better man. Because I would fucking definitely fucking mix those two together. You clearly told homeboy you didn't know nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if self-defense, but I know that self-defense. Now you just passed the bar?
State or territory in the U.S. where you can fucking brandish a firearm at another person for no fucking reason. Okay, boom. That's law number one. Okay.
Hold on.
Rittenhouse was not brandished. Rittenhouse was not brandished.
Guys, one second. So Vivian, so you said earlier that you don't care about the law. So we're talking about morality here. So morally, how can So
you don't want to know what I think morally.
Okay, so you're just a fucking crazy person. You think you should have been killed for being part of this group, and you're running in circles trying to justify this in some way. There's no justification.
Why does Destiny call her terrorist?
She's advocating for people to be murdered.
I'm not advocating for people to be murdered.
You said it like 6 times.
I do not think, right, that the solution to fucking like white supremacists in the United States is to go around fucking shooting them. It doesn't fucking help anybody. I had my fucking head in my hands the day that Patriot guy got shot because it was fucking terrible, right? And I was sincerely fucking worried.
Okay, so why would you say that morally we don't want to know
legislation?
Wow, that's
because
so why is
morally,
Kyle automatically the aggressor?
Why
is Kyle morally the aggressor?
Satisfied. He just came. My fault.
I want to get Destiny's opinion. Destiny called Viv a terrorist. I want to know what criteria he's calling Viv a terrorist.
I think when you are oh god, you're trying to pivot into
very fucking.
I already said earlier that I'm okay using terrorist in like a colloquial sense, but I don't agree there should be extra legal shit behind it. That was our entire argument.
You'd be comfortable calling some of the rioters and insurrectionists in January 6th terrorists, wouldn't you?
From
what?
Did you know that there's a new system that allows to pay in crypto and earn rewards? Pay and receive up to 8% back on spending, up to 10% back paid in CRO. The best bit is that there's no annual fee. Forget the banks and let's go.
I'm interested.
From like a non-legal sense, but I already told you that in our conversation.
So yes, right? Is the answer yes?
Yes, but our conversation wasn't about whether or not we would consider them terrorists. No, hold on, wait. The conversation was about whether or not there should be like extra legal injury or whatever.
The conversation was about. I explicitly said that it should be about the political label, and you fought with me on that. So you're okay with calling them terrorists, right?
I'm okay in this conversation calling her a terrorist. Yeah, sure.
No, calling the January 6th insurrectionist terrorists, right?
I don't know. That's a separate conversation.
Wait, why? You're sure about Vivian? You're unsure about that?
Wait, this is like a totally not even remotely related to.
Pretty fucking wild that you think.
If you're gonna be somebody. Okay, hold on. Jesus, we're gonna back up into like an ultra serious conversation. If you're going
with fucking lefties on Twitter.
So you just called Vivian for expressing an opinion a terrorist, and you're not going to call it people who went into the halls of Congress? Come on. Expressing an opinion? Yeah, she's expressing an opinion.
Stop. Wait.
If we're going to be super clear, it's no.
Hold on. So she's advocating for. I mean, it really would take a masculine person, I feel, to run out and ambush another man or another person and then shoot them, or with a pistol. I'm brandishing a pistol, because that's gonna. I mean, if you're scared of somebody walking around with their gun pointed down, asking if you want help, a man running at you with a fucking pistol should be at the top of your list. That should be at the fucking top of your fucking list, dog. I don't give a fuck what the dude said to you earlier, dog. You have fucking some strong fucking balls, dog. And then have this yokel right here try to claim self-defense because the person got scared and maced the other guy because he was running at him with a gun. that person that's arguing with Destiny must have prior knowledge from across the pond about American politics or, you know, social structure or something. They know something that guy running, brandishing a gun was actually trying to promote his SoundCloud album. The other guy just wasn't getting it. He was like, yo, my dude, choo choo, blam chummy choo choos on your girl shoes. And he was like, ah, shit, what's this? Whack rhymes. Maced him, and he was like, ah, my dude, this was just a prop. Shot him in the face. This is what they do on fucking the Young Turks. The young Turks do shit like this stupid type of shit. Oh yeah, you just ran over there. We had to go, yo, yeah, man, I just want you to hear some music. Yeah, I didn't bring a mixtape, but I'm gonna use my gun here as a mic. Da-da-da-da. And the dude said, yo, please stop waving that. He's like, yo, I wave where I want. I stay where I want. 3 blunts in the trunk. Something's crunk. Dude was like, yo, your shit's whack. He's like, oh, what, dude? Click, clack. Other dude maced him real quick. Shot him in the face. I don't know. I'm going stupid. This is just all ingenuous fucking conversation.
You should be going around fucking shooting white
Even
supremacists.
that's what you said earlier. That is not unless
I want Stephen to respond.
So he's a serial
so if we're going
killer.
somebody that is like explicitly encouraging people to go out and commit violence, I would say that like if I was going to use the word terrorist, I think that's somebody.
What about someone who's doing violence?
Serial killers.
So, it depends.
Encouraging people to go
used
out and
to
commit
do
violence.
that?
So yeah,
Hitler.
your comments about dipshit protesters that
Hitler used to do shit like that and create.
No, I wouldn't consider acting in self-defense a form of like bad violence. I would consider that righteous.
That's not what you said.
Oh, you said it was cool to run protesters.
When I said rioters, you know what I said.
You said rioters who
burned down buildings. That's rioters. Yeah, correct. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I defend this point on fucking 20 minutes.
So if people want to go out and defend their property or whatever, then yeah, I think that people have the right to do that in the United States.
So
Absolutely.
the insurrectionists, I mean, they were.
But you said if white supremacists want to go out there and murder, mow down dipshit. You said dipshit protesters who are burning and looting, right?
If people want to protect their property in the United States, people have the right to do so. Yes.
They should go out and they should fucking shoot them.
I didn't say you should go shoot them. I said you can go out and you can defend your property in the United States. You have the right to bear carry arms. If you want to do that, that's absolutely within your right in the United States.
Now you're right legally.
But Pisco, I think you're misunderstanding because I think earlier what Dustin was saying is that she's no, he called her stochastic terrorism. Yeah, so she'd be a terrorist if she's enacting stochastic terrorism, right? So she's demonizing.
I said stochastic terrorist, but in the last one because I'm trying to get my words, everybody's screaming. I said terrorist instead of stochastic. So now Pisco is here because Pisco wants to like alter argue the political definition of terrorist, which is like an amorphous word, it's almost impossible to defend. And now he wants to argue
like you agree that it's being misused and manipulated into a word without definition. You shouldn't use it.
I think that if I was going to call somebody, a terrorist, I'm okay using it in this sense. Okay, if ISIS is bombing a building or some shit, I think I'm okay with saying this person's a terrorist. If somebody's encouraging people to go out and murder people, I'm okay calling that person a terrorist. Maybe easily qualifies that definition. Okay,
you're encouraging violence against people. Absolutely,
in fact, examining an incident and giving her opinion on it.
Every single person on this panel would encourage violence against other people, right? They just want the fucking cops to do it.
Hold on, no, you're bullshit. That is not the same. That is not the same at all. It's not even remotely close.
Who's encouraging?
Power vested in the state. Power vested in the state is not the same as vigilante justice.
What exactly? Wait, no, because I'm having a lot of fucking accusations thrown at me. What exactly is it? Do you think that I have advocated?
I can lay it out for you. I can tell you exactly. That's what I was trying to do just now. Please, let me. So what you said earlier is that these people who are out there protecting this.
I guess these dudes wouldn't even fucking get video evidence because they're saying shit on video, and it's like, what? I can't play this back. You said it was okay for this dude to run out and shoot him in the face. Again, if you have more evidence to the contrary, you should have been giving that shit to the fucking police, and then, you know, they probably would have fucking been, you know, they would have got money. I guess the dude's family would have got money. But no, you, like Destiny said, sat there on Twitter and was like, he wasn't even knowing over there to shoot him in the face. He was over there to give him candy. His ghost is telling me right now. And now his body cannot pass on until you guys get this information. Reverse quantum leap.
Because they're part of this group that you believe is a white supremacist group because it has some kind of association with Blue Lives Matter and this kind of movement or advocacy or whatever, right? So that justifies you saying that them being there at all is an act of aggression against the protesters and the rioters. So they wouldn't be able to defend themselves. And that, in fact, you said that they should be run out of town by these people, and that if they resisted being run out of town, the violence should be enacted upon them. And if they resisted that violence, you might need to kill them. That's what you said.
What I said was they should be run out of town with the minimum amount of force necessary in order to do so.
What do you mean by force?
And I was asked if that involved killing them. I said if they turn guns on you, then yeah, we might have.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said it depends if they would resist.
No, please, because it gets you
Well,
forward. So wait,
if they resist with fists,
What works is
That's not. Wait, you would resist people that show up as militiamen with fists, Vivian?
If they resist by pointing their gun at you.
Okay, but even Vivian, you straight up said, hold up, because Vivian straight up said that the Grosskreutz, the guy who was illegally carrying a firearm, who aimed it at Rittenhouse, should have shot him.
Yeah,
like, she's directly calling for somebody to get shot while he was running away.
To use vigilante to like enact justice.
You are directly calling for violence. You can't say that you didn't.
She's trying to ride. She's trying to ride the line that white supremacists and white nationalists do when they say like, oh yeah, we want to have like a pure ethno state, but we'll pay everybody to leave and hopefully they'll do peace. That's the right. That's the line. Okay, then Vivian, can you admit, because this is what Doobie's trying to walk you down the line of, is Doobie's trying to get you to admit that you're saying that push comes to shove, if you have any type of like, I guess police anything group marching in your town, you should murder them all if they resist leaving. That's what you should do.
Exactly what I'm saying.
No, answer that then, please. Can you follow that line of thought?
That is a conclusion of what you said. If they resist,
will you shut up, dude?
Go for it.
How many people have to fucking come at me, right, and say something?
You say dumb shit. A lot of people.
Let her go. So Vivian, a Blue Lives Matter town.
Fucking white rice or whatever. Like, what was it you said? Because
Vivian, stop pivoting. A Blue Lives Matter protest comes to town, and you have the right to run them out.
I will take your question after I've taken the question of the person who asked before you. So
okay,
it was white rice, I think, that made the question.
So you said that you hadn't advocated for violence, but earlier when we were talking about
that's not
should have. And I'm not going to say you're exactly right. You basically said that he should have Robloxed him.
Yeah, I said that.
While he was running away.
I said that.
I'm in the cranium.
This was after you admitted that Rittenhouse was running away.
I've got it. Okay. So with the information that he has at that time, right? He believes that there's an active shooter that's already fucking shot a protester. He's got his gun, right? He's pulled it out. At that point, he probably should have shot him. And I even said this explicitly earlier, right? That like if you believe that there's an active shooter and you're holding a gun and you want to try and stop the active shooter, then you should probably shoot them. You shouldn't try and wrestle their gun away from them.
But that's not what happened. Okay, but that's what happened because when Grosskreutz was walking up to him, he had his hands up, like basically hands up, don't shoot. Rosenbaum pointed and then didn't shoot him, waited and was like,
Rosenbaum. That's Kyle, right? Yeah, Kyle gave that dude ample amount of chances to fucking cut the other way. But if she's talking about the other dude, Grossgore, she's talking about Grossgore, fucking that dude, that guy.
Okay, you're not going to do anything to me, or Rittenhouse, aimed his gun but didn't shoot because Grosskreutz had his hands up, and then Grosskreutz pulled his gun out from behind him and pointed at Rittenhouse.
Yeah, that guy. It's a good thing he did not shoot fucking Kyle, because he would be fucking he would be doing fucking 20 to life. You know what I'm saying? His defense lawyer would be trying to pull that defensive shit, and they'd be like, "Yo, how are you scared of a guy running away from you?" You know what I mean? Like you said, did you know any information prior to what that was? So you just followed a mob. And then this crazy is Greg here is going to sit there and be like, damn, where is that mob now? Why are they not in the stands? Why are they not like, let this dude go? And the FBI would be like, fuck y'all. You see all this evidence? They chased this dude. He was being chased from the gate. We have one dude on scene saying, when I see you alone, I'm going to take your gun. Flash forward. Parking lot scene. Dude's over here fucking going through cars looking for this nigga. I don't know, at one point, Tim and Kyle fucking, I guess, are wrestling for the gun. Kyle gets away. He runs. He notices his homeboy thing. Kyle turns around, points his gun at him. Dude stops. Within 2 or 3 steps after Kyle turns around, he's on him again. And unless my recollection, I only seen it once. I feel like they're going to take it off before I fucking get to see it again. Yada, yada, yada. You guys ain't even trying to show it. Like, what the fuck? You guys claim to be news outlets and all this other shit. Why are you not showing it as you are talking about it? That way there is no questions about what happened and what didn't happen. You know what I mean? You could watch the fucking from the first day. But you want to sit here and speculate because your feelings count more than the fucking actual feelings of the nigga that's on fucking trial for fucking murder, bro. Can you believe that? You're trying to fucking compare him to fucking O.J. Simpson. 2 different fucking things, you cocksucker.
Didn't Grosskreutz say that he re-racked his rifle or whatever? Like he tried to shoot him and couldn't?
No. In court, no. When he was on stand and he was asked about this, Grosskreutz straight up said, I had my hands up, he didn't shoot me. And then the defense attorney made him clarify, did he not shoot you when you had your hands up? He said, correct. So he didn't shoot you until you aimed your weapon at him. And then Gross Court said correct.
Yeah, but didn't he earlier say that like Khalid fucking aimed his
He would have no
tried to re-rack his rifle?
No, none of them saying
didn't follow the trial at all.
Yeah, you literally didn't follow the trial. So
Shut up, Durka.
no, dude, you didn't follow the trial.
What do you do that every time you speak?
Every single time. I don't know. Maybe he's like angry that I'm a real woman.
Jesus, wait, oh man.
What is wrong with you?
No, but seriously, you've been on my ass for fucking ever. Fuck off.
I've been on your ass because every time you come on
anybody at all
you
first.
some disgusting fucking bigoted position.
It was a fucking joke.
Okay, can you just answer Destiny's question earlier before we? Can you just answer Destiny's
mob rule was gonna happen. They was gonna swarm and steal that dude's gun. That's exactly what happened, bro.
It was Doobie's question. If a Blue Lives Matter protest is coming to your city, do you have a right to run them out of town?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
And if they show up with firearms, do you have a right to resist them with
violence?
violence?
What if it's all black people?
Only if they
What if it's all black
show
folks?
a willingness to use them against you.
So anytime a Blue Lives Matter, anytime a Blue Lives Matter protest comes to town, should you be ready to kill every single one of them if they show up with firearms to protest?
Idiot.
I mean, if you show up with firearms, you should be ready to shoot those firearms. Yeah.
So if any Blue Lives Matter or Thin Blue Lives people want to protest anywhere in the United States, then any person that is in a town that wants to resist those people has a right to kill them if they don't leave the town. Essentially, if they demand the right to
There's
protest.
so many steps between that. You should absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I just want to follow this. Okay, well, very basic. Somebody says, "Hey, we're a Blue Lives Matter group. We want to come protest in XYZ city," and all the people in XYZ are like, "We don't want them here." And then the Blue Lives Matter are like, "Oh, well, we're gonna come," and some of us carry firearms. And then the XYZ city people are like, "No, we're gonna bring our firearms." And they show up in the XYZ city.
Why does everything got to be a protest? Why can't police? I mean, if it's just hopefully if it's a Blue Lives Matter movement, you would think that there's some police officers from that town participating in it. And then why make it seem like it's a protest? How about it's just a fucking community meet and greet presented by people that like Blue Lives Matter and fucking whatever local, businesses that are around. Why does it have to be a protest? Why can't we make it fun? Why couldn't it be a fair? Why can't the Blue Lives Matter people come in and be like, yo, we wanted to set up a fair, Ferris wheels, bumper cars, no fucking clowns. We hate clowns. All clowns should fucking die. I'm anti-clown if you fucking haven't noticed. But again, why does it have to be a protest, bro? What the fuck?
These people are like, you're not allowed in here to protest. And the Blue Lives Matter are like, hey, it's our constitutional rights protest. We're going to do it. And the XYZ people say, leave, or we're going to start shooting. And the Blue Lives Matter people are like, no, we've got firearms, we're going to resist. And then they're allowed, the XYZ city people are allowed to kill them all. That's what you're saying.
Adjective. What would you want to add?
The world's on fire again.
Nobody likes protests. Nobody likes to act to protest, bro. That's not how you bring communities together. Especially the way you people protest.
SEAL Team, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
I don't think fucking Steve's watching that shit.
What if they threaten to kill you? And
are the XYZ people allowed to use lethal force to get the Blue Lives Matter people to leave? Okay.
There was no threat there. They just said
the XYZ people are only allowed to use lethal force if they fear that lethal force is going to be used against them.
But let her finish. Hold on, Jesus fucking so close. Okay.
That was it.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Because you're saying that those Blue Lives Matter people aren't even allowed to protest in an area if that city wants to quote unquote resist them. So it will necessarily get violent. Yeah.
You are wrong, Destiny. Her fucking thing is whoever they feel threatened by. Remember, she's threatened by people running away from them. You know what you get what I'm saying now. This is why this is so dangerous, Doug. Now they think they can use the fucking defense of shooting somebody in the back if fucking they feel scared. You see this. Oh my God, yo. Fucking Blue Lives Matter people come in so you get to kill them if you feel threatened. What makes you feel threatened? People with their back turned to you. That is a dangerous president. That is some terrorist type shit. And then she thinks she's justifying it just because she's scared. Holy shit.
I mean,
I'm glad Britain don't.
Can you tell me how you remove a group of people from an area without violence?
I think if you have an adequate show of force, then violence doesn't fucking happen.
Okay, so there's two alternatives. Either violence or there's enough people there with guns saying we'll kill you if you come in, then violence doesn't happen. Those are the two alternatives.
Shit, bro.
Sorry?
Either you have so many people armed with firearms that the Blue Lives Matter protest doesn't come in because they think they're all going to get murdered, or they do come in anyway and then they all get murdered. Those are the two options.
I mean, or you show up with a show of force and they fucking leave.
That's what I said. So you either show up with so much force that they run away, or that they come in anyway and then you kill them all.
What if they don't leave?
What are you asking for here?
But you're just like a white nationalist. You use the exact same types of arguments. Okay, you absolutely are the exact same. Okay, so the ethno-statists will argue, oh well, we're going to get all black people to leave the country. How? Well, hopefully they'll be happier in Africa and stuff. Okay, and well, we'll pay them money. What if they don't want to leave?
It's a pretty big difference.
No, it is exactly the same. It is exactly the same. Vivian, it is exactly the same.
Big difference.
No, that is definitely a big difference because she didn't even offer an alternative. If you're telling me white nationalism, if you're telling me white nationalists are willing to pay me to go home. Cambridge is right around the corner. Nothing but like 5 to 10 minutes. How much you giving me? 10 million? However many million? I go right back home, bro. Because Africa is not home. It's not home. It's not home at all. Home is, I guess, this fucking stupid shit. What she just clearly said was, if there's somebody in her safe space, if they don't leave, she's gonna make them leave by any means. Now, she didn't even say anything about money, so she could have me, but it seemed more of a violent Malcolm X type of any means necessary, opposed to, well, maybe if we give them some money, the problem will go away type shit. If that's how the white nationalist is, pretty, again, they seem a way fucking tamer than what this chick is talking about.
Between fucking trying to get all black people to leave the country and saying, no, we don't want the KKK marching in our
No,
town.
we're not talking about the KKK. We're talking about people with blue lives
Africans
matter.
didn't even want black
We're not
people.
talking about
That's why they traded them, though.
Yeah, keep looking at those boots.
You're stupid.
Wait, okay, so wait, hold on. Wait, what did you just say? So you think they're equivalent to the KKK? So it doesn't matter, right? It's okay to murder them.
It doesn't matter. Because she said that
It is not
Blue
okay
Lives
to
Matter.
murder people.
You said Blue Lives Matter is white. You said Blue Lives Matter.
If they don't
is
leave, you get to kill them,
correct?
If they try and use lethal force against you, then you may have to use lethal force against
hold on.
So,
wait, no,
so while you're using force, wait 1 second. So while you're using force to push them out of whatever city you don't want them in, right? If they resist with force because you're using violence against them, well, then you might need to kill them.
The protesters are the ones resisting.
You would agree to this in like basically any other fucking situation.
Name one. Name one. Name one, Vivian. Name one.
If you have somebody acting like a cunt in Walmart, and the security guard says that
It's not the
person needs to
same.
leave,
The First Amendment doesn't apply.
That's private property.
That's literally, yeah, you have a right to remove people from private property, but you don't have a right to remove people from a public area to protest. Assuming there's not other ordinances or something.
You said you respect the First Amendment, so I would expect you to agree with that. I don't know why you're now taking the stance.
What? I said we should resist fucking Nazis protesting anyway.
Yeah, sure, but not by means of force. These people have a right to speak, even if it's speech that you disagree.
We should oppose the fucking platform at any cost.
Okay, then
that's a good fascist line right there. Right for me, but not for thee. That's the fascist line number 1, baby. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, until you get a Nazi regime fucking ruling your country and killing your people, that's fucking wonderful, right? Yeah, that's exactly what happened in Germany. Oh, it's okay. It's just, they just kind of feel this way. We need to let them. We need to give them their space to say what they gotta say.
Well, let's see. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. The largest communist country at the time aligned with the Germans, and they were stopped by liberals. So I'm gonna go ahead and side with the liberal answer on this one, Chief. Thank you, though. Okay.
Go ahead. I mean, the liberals sided with the Nazis too. So.
Yeah.
What did the liberals side with the Nazis? I'm sorry. What? The liberals are the ones that stopped the Nazis. What are you talking about?
Walt Disney. I know what you're talking about, but what we're talking about though is a battle of ideals, and we respect, or at least I do, very seriously our civil liberties in this country. They're what protect oftentimes political minorities like communists and Antifa.
But it's such a non sequitur anyway. Because
you are the political minority
I'm not a supporter of the fucking Soviet Union.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying it's the First Amendment is
fucking bringing up as if I'd fucking support some tanky.
I'm not. Right, fuck. I need to leave. I think I'm already too worked out. I hate these people. I actually hate this fucking dog shit fucking country. I need to get the fuck out of here. Me and Melina are leaving. I'm gonna become a Swedish fucking citizen. All right. I'm gonna chill up there where they got cool buses. They've got better zoning. I'm gonna ride the trains around everywhere.
Again, bro.
I actually can't. Like, are you guys familiar with like the Reinhold stuff? I don't think if you watch the Reinhold stuff, that killing of the Anderson guy.
What? Holy shit, nigga! Again, 48 fucking minutes ago, you was talking. Oh, where's it at, bro? Come on, dog. Playlist, videos, just in chronological order. Yo, you just debated fucking this dude and had no facts at all. No fucking facts at all, dog. Now all of a sudden you're a fucking expert in the case? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dog. Oh, even though you did watch it. What? You did watch it and you was still sucking the prosecutor's cock. Until now for some fucking reason. Because you're like, you said, oh, there's only one. I think there's only one rightist in here. All right, word. I'll be the other voice. I'll be the louder voice for that thing. We can't all gang up on one person. So I'll be a louder voice. I'll be just as loud of a voice for thee. Or whatever. Or this is probably your problem. Oh my fucking God, bro. And then have the nerve to say you hate America when you just did that shit fucking 24 hours ago, bro. Why? Why, dog? Walks because he's white? Oh, you're talking about Hassan. But again, if you... Oh my fucking God, bro. Holy shit. And then you wonder why people are fucking... Oh, we were cool just the other day. The fuck is this shit all about? It's like, yeah, dude, he plays hot and cold. He wants to be both good cop, bad cop. He's that fucking character on The Simpsons when he's trying to fucking get Mr. Burns. He's fucking sitting there questioning him like, da 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 da. He's all, yeah, I'll snitch on anybody. Fucking dude goes to turn, the chair switches over, and now he's a fucking good cop. This dude's an idiot. Yeah, go to fucking, what'd you call it? Go to fucking Sweden and then keep talking about fucking U.S. problems, bro. Because you know that's what's gonna happen, dog. This fucking dude's a clown, yo. Don't be like these Antifa bastards. This nigga's definitely an Antifa. He's just one that fucking wears a mask. He's like, oh, what's that fucking Reboot? That bitch from Reboot? He just takes one mask, put another mask on. That's exactly what this motherfucker does, bro. I'm curious to know if any of these videos he'd be like, yeah, I was wrong about the case. The prosecution is fucking, they're idiots. I don't know why the FBI wouldn't take the case, even though the FBI is sitting there fucking questioning people. They had some interest until they gathered enough evidence and said, you know what? You take this. You take this. You know, yay if you win. I told you if you lost, yo. And now Destiny here is fucking really gonna sit there and boast a prosecutor rewording everything. Even when the dude's sitting there saying, yo, when you saying the person that passed allegedly tipped over a thing. Allegedly tipped over a freaking bathroom stall. He's like, dude, objection. The dude definitely did it. There's video fucking footage of it. Judge is like, yeah, I'll let him phrase his questions any way he wants. Dude said, yeah, we all sees it. We seen that shit, allegedly. Destiny's good with that shit. So like I said in my last shit about this guy, any prosecutor that wrongfully jailed any black man, any black person that ever got fucking wrongfully accused for something and the prosecutor didn't have enough evidence but still fucking pressed that shit hard and probably now on death row for that shit, Destiny is glad that it fucking happened. Y'all be safe out there.